Welcome everyone to today's live stream, episode number 6 of our Solasta 2 Early Access Paladin gameplay series. I'm Commander Joel, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, admin notes. I have spent all week trying to track down what was happening last week with my mouse. I think I might have a handle on it. I've ordered some new cords and some new equipment for testing, and I'm going to be hopefully getting a permanent fix for that when that equipment shows up this week or this coming week. Right now, I think I have kind of a kludged up way to work around it. You should see my gaming setup right now. There are literally cords strung everywhere. Because I've been trying out different things. So hopefully today will be okay and not nearly as much of an issue with the screen jumping around and all of that sort of stuff. But again, we're going to see how it goes. And maybe I will find out today that I've been on the completely wrong track and there's something else I need to deal with. But for now, I did some testing yesterday and this morning, and seems to be better, if not fixed. So hopefully we know what it is, and we'll just kind of take it from there and see if we actually do have a solution in hand. So I think that's it on our admin notes recap-wise. Last week we spent most of our time in the world map dealing with encounters, but we also went through the harbor. Now the harbor is obviously unfinished. It's pretty buggy, and we noticed that last week. Today we're going to go through another couple of encounters. One of them a fixed encounter, kind of like the harbor, but just smaller. It's going to be a continuation of a quest line that we're on, and then we're going to go back and we're going to drop off. Actually, I think we're going to drop off everything back at the Sentinel. We're going to sell off everything back at the Sentinel first, and then we're going to head out. And then once we've done that, we should be finished up with all of the permanent encounters on the map, and we can head to the main quest, or not the main quest, but the only quest line that we have active here in early access, and that's the Siklas Temple. So let's go ahead and jump in here. Okay, and here we are from the end of last week's episode, where we had cleared out this little encounter here. So let's go ahead and leave the area. Hey, Rudi, welcome. Good to see you as well. Thanks for being here. As always with my channel members, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, so the Siklas Temple is lit up. We do have a couple of permanent encounters here that we need to do, but we have an inventory full of stuff. So let's just head back. Okay, so we'll try this without guidance just so I can avoid the bug. Okay, so we'll do an ambush here. Okay, and for this encounter, we definitely want to stay back here. We have Lion A, an elite here, 102 hit points. We want to stay back here and bring them to us as much as we can during this encounter. They're mostly up here. They're going to let some some sand lions out of this area here. But most of the enemies are way back here, so this will give us time to hopefully take them out one at a time, or give us some time to prepare a little bit. And they're only going to be able to come at us really from this direction. None of them tend to come around the backside here, but we'll see. Some of them might. We also get some that congregate up here to try and get ranged attacks on us, but we can shoot back. So this is the best location really to propagate the fight from. Get somewhere where I have shots, and then we'll see. That's full cover, no cover, half cover, or 3/4 cover and half cover, sorry. Let's see if we can finish this off. Oh, of course. Thanks, Rudy. Appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna move down here toward the front anyway. And we're going to kind of get him set up for a readied action here for anybody who comes up here. Okay, so we'll ready that up. So Athena, we're going to move down here as well. But while we're here, we can get a range shot, it looks like. I say there, he's going to get some reinforcements with some young sand lions. Not really too worried about them. Let's see. Would like to get some shots on him. He's a dangerous ranged attacker, so and a miss. Scout's probably going to go up and try and do ranged attacks. Sand lions are going to close into melee range. See if we have any shots here. That would be 3/4 cover. That would be 3/4 cover for both. Do have advantage. Okay. Get rid of him. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Of course.
Another miss?
Okay, Sathina, let's see if we can get some shots here. Nope. And now the elite's going to start making his way toward us. Okay, so let's get a shatter over here. Okay. Causes quite a bit of damage if they fail their saving throw. I'm not really worried about a whole bunch of damage here yet, but might as well get as much as we can on him. And we will do the same thing.
Arcana Evo Malus!
Hey Dave, welcome. Good to see you again. Thanks for being here. And now let's see
Arcana Evo
the better chance here. And you roll a 1. Rudi, you're off to a disappointing start today, man. We're not going to use Divine Smite here. That should end him. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. Okay, and then barely anything left there, so I think we're okay now with these two. We do have another shatter left. Both saved. Okay. Divine Smite that. Alright, so I would like to try. Let's see if we can. I think I will. Here. See if I can get one there. One there. Two there. And we got 3 kills. Nice. Okay, now we need to start focusing damage here. And I would like to try
Arcana.
Put him
Entro.
to sleep.
Minure.
Incapacitated. Nice.
We should take a look at this.
Do I have a shot on him? I do. Let's cancel out that disadvantage.
Bleed.
And now he's done. Perfect. So now we'll move and get in a position to be able to get attacks on him next turn.
Marike, Abio, Clype.
I didn't select which, what I wanted to be resistant to, so I'll have to redo that. Okay, so he passed his saving throw. Okay, so now I have advantage on my next attack roll against him. And I might as well get myself all the way up. You'll see why here in a second. He can attack a lot of times. Let's just move down here. Okay, get sneak attack damage. I want as much guaranteed damage as I can. And a miss. So we'll see who he goes after.
Shake it off.
Okay, so you can see how much damage can be dealt out there.
Marike, Abio, Pure. Marike, Abio, Pure.
Okay, but we do have a cleric.
Arcana. Evo. Malmis.
Alright, let's see.
Arcana. Evo.
9 hit points, that's probably too much. 1 hit point left. I do have advantage on the attack. Perfect. Don't walk through that. Oh, jeez. Okay. So let's take a look at what's here. And there are 2 magical items. A tiny diamond here. Now, we don't have a whole lot of carry capacity left.
I'm so tired.
But we'll take a look at these real quick. Okay, so let's take a short rest just to ID these 2 items. So beautiful hide armor turns into hide armor +1. And oh, the other one I must have already, it must be a greatsword +1 that I'd already known about. Yeah, because I'd already found a greatsword +1, so that's just another one. But that turns into hide armor +1. This is medium armor. That's the chain shirt, which is 13. With a dex bonus of +2. This is the same, I think. Yep. It weighs a lot less, though. So let's drop off some items here. Need to get rid of 9. So we need 2 left. Now just 1. Okay. Look at here. How much are we? We're over by quite a bit, so we'll be getting rid of the mall, definitely. Probably the leather armors. Okay. Now, before we leave here, we still got a little bit. Nothing there.
I'm so tired.
Should have remembered that. Now let's see if there's anything here that we want. Not really. Okay, so before you leave, now we're going to split. I'm going to cast Guidance.
Marike, Devo, very
M's going to go in here. Okay, and there's the perception check for the buried chest. Okay.
So
Then there is another chest with a lockpick over here. Always quick save before you do a lockpick or trap disarm. And a scroll with calm emotions. So everybody's overloaded. So we'll just clean this up a little bit. And then, like I say, we're going to head right back. We're making our way right now back to the the sentinel to sell off the stuff. Okay. Alright, so let's take our rest. And we'll get on the road. Okay, so the way out's over here. And we need to head all the way back to the city anyway, because we need to turn in the quest for Box Ring. And this one's probably going to be bugged, but we'll check it when we get there. Okay. So let's enter in here. We're going to head down to the quest board. We're going to turn that in. We'll sell off these items. See if there's anything that we can pick up here in the shops as well. But I think this quest board is the one that's way down here. I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. There's the quest marker. Now I'm going to save here. I'm going to do a long save. I don't know if this is going to be bugged or not, but we'll check. Okay, so we turned in the Strange Mushrooms quest. Okay, so that one's now done. Okay, so yeah, we're still working on that, and we need to return Box Ring here. So this one is this quest board that's... Oh, it's this one, right? I don't see it. I am tracking it, right? Yeah, I am. Okay, I can't remember which board this gets turned in at. Yeah, because it's not that one. So let's head back. We'll sell off some of this stuff here. And then we'll head back to the other two quest board locations and just see if the marker's broken. Okay, so here, again, we don't need any of the crafting components. It's not enabled in the game yet. Okay, I think that's it there. Okay. We'll just sell all of these off. Okay. Okay, so he doesn't need that spell focus. It's an Arcana spell focus, though. I need a holy spell focus if I have one that's not a necklace. I don't think I can find spell focuses here, though. I don't think I can buy them. I don't need this many thieves' tools. Okay. So let's see. So yeah, we can't purchase anything here that we need. Or say, we'll take the 2 healing potions. Why not? Okay, let's head to the other side over here and look at weapons and armor. Okay, so let me look and see what we have here. So we've got the chain shirt +1. Okay. And we have leather armor +1. Scimitar +1 on a short sword. That's fine for now. We're going to be getting another scimitar here in a little bit. So let's see what we have here. Because I think the most I can use is half plate. Chainmail and plate are heavy armor. I don't have the strength for it. So half plate is the best I can do. That would up my armor class by 1. And then chain shirt +1 is a 14. And she's wearing hide armor +1 with a 13 and a +2 dex bonus, so I should be able to transfer that over to her. So let's buy the half plate here. And I don't think there's anything else in here that I can pick up. There's not. So let's change this. Okay, get him looking at least a little bit more like a proper paladin. We'll take the chain shirt +1, put it here, and that should up her armor class to 17. We can sell the hide armor +1. It's medium armor, nobody else can use it. Okay. And now there's a quest board like down this hallway somewhere, I believe. Yeah, right there. Okay, so that's going to complete the Apprentice Adventurer quest. So, yeah, that quest marker was bugged. But it looks like we're able to complete it. So, all we have now is this of Blood and Sand quest, which we're going to be going on here in a little bit. And this is leading us into a location because Vax had a note on him that there's a location on the map where the rest of the bandits are, and then this is the main quest that we're going to be going to do as soon as this is done. So let's head back out, and we'll go take care of those bandits. And then we're going to head into the Siklas Temple. Okay, so we need to make our way out of here. Okay, and we're going to make our way over here to these. Okay, so there's a perception check, 85%. Okay, so everybody got some XP. There is some food here if you want to pick it up. It is a shrine, so I'm just going to roleplay a little bit and leave it there, but you don't have to. Okay, so a couple of temporary encounters popped up here, so we're going to have to deal with this first one. Okay, so another perception check. Okay, so you got some thieves' tools and some magnificent boots, so we'll check those out. We're in a long rest, and we'll ID that item. And I know what those are, the boots of Elvenkind. And now we're going to head in here. Okay, so this is the bandit camp. And we are going to drop a save here. Because this fight can go really badly. So let's take a little lay of the land here. So we have some bandits here. We have another couple down here. The main problem is here with Xenia. Xenia has a couple of well, she has an acid damage scepter or scimitar, and she wields 2 scimitars, I think. So she can attack twice per round. So she gets 2 main hand attacks. She gets 1 offhand attack as well, and I think on her first set of attacks or something, she gets 1 extra bonus. So I think she can attack 4 attacks per round, at least once. And then after that, it's 3 times per round, every time. So she is quite dangerous. Not that the rest of them are slouches, because the Blessed Warrior does hit hard. He's a Paladin. But Xenia is definitely the one to watch out for. So we're going to keep everybody back in this area here. We're going to let them come to us. And we're going to try and use the doorway here as a little bit of a bottleneck. So we'll go in here. And we'll use that key we picked up. And you can watch the patrol pattern of the Blessed Warrior here. Okay, and you see he comes down to that spot. So we want to get into a location where we can see that spot. And we're going to trigger it with him. I think I can see it from here. They're out of range. I'll just wait for him to come back. He's going to kind of walks around here, does a loop, comes back to here. And this is where I'll trigger it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and start it. Okay, and we rolled well. As far as the initiative goes, everybody's going to be in front of Xenia, which is definitely good. So we'll get some, see if we can get some sneak attack damage here to start. Okay, then we'll move back. And we're going to put Fine Shield. Only one temporary hit point. Great. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to move down here. This doorway's a little weird as far as how the maneuver boxes work. So I'm not going to stand in the doorway. I'm going to stand back here one. I'm going to kind of fight along this spot. Okay, so these spots I can be seen and attacked by the scout down here. So I'd say let's just hold off and we'll... I don't think he can reach me down here. So I don't think I really have to do anything, but I'll ready up a ranged attack just in case. Okay, so I can actually get an attack here. Yes, I can. Not a great one. But it did hit, and for really good damage because it was a crit. So, nice. I can also get an attack here. Okay, so he's out of range. Yeah, not a great chance, but better than nothing. So that was fully expected. I'm going to have M try and go to work on the scout now. I'm not going to spend my heroic inspiration yet. Because I want to focus the scouts a bit. They're going to stay back and just launch ranged attacks at me. And again, that could go really badly. Okay, got a kill there. Nice. Well done, Sathina. Let's see if we can get... He's not sensed. He just shot at M. Oh, okay, this scout here. So let's steady aim here. Probably not supposed to get sneak attack here. I didn't have advantage. I just canceled out the disadvantage, so probably shouldn't have gotten sneak attack there, but I think the game is probably coded since steady aim gives you advantage on that. That it's thinking you have it, even though it's just canceling it out. So, probably report that too. Okay, and I think that should be good. Let's recast that.
Marike, Abio,
Three.
Viribe.
Still not great. And I'm gonna move down here a little bit closer. Not a great shot on Xenia, but I don't have shots on anybody else, so might as well. And who knows, maybe I get lucky and slow her down, and so I'll take it. So if I move there, I'll have an attack on this bandit. That's a long way. What cantrip is going to reach him all the way out there?
Arcana,
Oh, okay.
Malmis!
Again,
Another
50%
miss.
chance. Better than nothing, though. Just walking around, seeing if anything's going to trigger a sight line. Okay, so let's ready up an attack here. Or when the Blessed Warrior comes around the corner. And missed. Oh, I'll take that. Give me an attack of opportunity, please. Okay, so Sathina should have an attack on the scout. Why she has advantage on this, I have no idea. But I will take it. And Xenia's slowed. Okay, so can M see Xenia? Can. Well, I'd really like to get some sneak attack damage here right now. Oh, and you missed? You've got to be kidding me. I rolled a 6 and a 9. Boy. So, can I get... Okay, I can get here. Let's upcast this.
Marike, Evo, Malmis.
Again, I want guaranteed damage as much as possible against her. We're going to ready up. I don't think I have an attack here. No, I do. It's just not great. Oh, I'll take it. Okay, so again, let's get guaranteed damage here.
Arcana, Evo!
Okay, so not sensed. See if I can get somewhere where I can see her. That's going to go after the scout. That will go after her.
Arcana, Evo! Malmis!
Okay. Might as well see if I can get anything else.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
Only a 50%. Okay, good. That will see her. Alright, so she's down to half hit points. She's still slowed. And the scout dashed in and didn't shoot, which is good. Okay. Alright, so I don't think we're going to be able to see anybody or see her from here. But let me just maneuver around and verify that. Yeah, when she's down that low, I don't think we're going to be able to see anything. So let's get rid of the bandit here. So we have... I don't know if we'll be able to cast it. We can't. Neither one of them are sensed at that location. Let's see if we can move her down here. I'd prefer not to use that, though. Out of range. Well, I'm gonna have another level 2 cast of it. Let's just use level 1 here. See if we can get a kill. We need some high rolls. Yeah. So either way, this ranged attack is with 3/4 cover. Perfect. Okay, so let's move back here and get set up for Xenia now. Okay, so we're going to get set up with readied actions here. Okay, so Athena is going to use her lay on hands on herself. And I would prefer her to be back here a little bit. So let's ready up a ranged attack. I want her to move in to attack. Xenia's going to crawl through here. Then she's going to get up, and when she rounds the corner... Why did I not... Why did these two not trigger? Okay, so... Right now it's 55%. Let's go ahead and get advantage. Get sneak attack. Okay, now I'm going to move back a little bit. Okay, got 2 of those to hit. Oh, and there we go. Got that to hit, so now I've got advantage on my next attack as well. but she's not going to survive it because all of my spellcasters are now able to go. Only a 50% chance, so why don't we just end this?
Arcana Evo! Arcana Evo Malmis!
Alright, and that's going to complete the Of Blood and Sand quest. Okay, so we killed the bandits, including their chief Xenia, a tough warrior. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's here. Okay, and we have a couple of magical items here to take a look at. So we'll take a look at those here in a second. So let's head in here. And we can start looting a little bit. Okay, nothing there so far. Okay, now we can lockpick the chest. Okay, and here we have another amulet and some more boots. So let's head down here. We'll take our rest. And I think that's all of containers. Okay, yeah, I've looted them all. They all say empty. They just didn't say empty on the map. Okay, so let's take our rest. And let's identify some items. So the beautiful scimitar is a viridescent scimitar. And that does an additional 1d4 acid damage. It's a good thing she didn't hit us with this, because that 1d4 adds up quite a bit. When you could do multiple attacks with it. Okay, this should be studded leather armor +1. This is the acidic amulet, which is 1d4 acid damage per turn. Once per turn in melee. And then the magnificent boots are the boots of the athlete. Proficiency in athletics and acrobatics. So what I need to do here is the boots, I think, are going here. Yep. Okay, so these boots are here. The scimitar and the studded leather armor are going back here. So I'm going to swap the scimitar +1 to my offhand, and I'm going to put the viridescent scimitar in my main hand. Scimitars are both light and finesse, so I can wield them offhanded. So now my main attack has 1d4 acid damage. My offhand attack has a +1 in it. So then the acidic amulet, once per turn in melee damage. The issue here is that the spell focus is the amulet. I would love to put it here, where I focus more in melee, but if I do that, he can't cast Divine Smite. So I need to leave it here, because I don't think I have anything else that is a spell focus. Yeah, I don't. So it's going to go here, and I'm going to try and now close in with M a little more to get into melee range. Because he's got 1d4 acid damage here, and additional 1d4 acid damage here that he can deal. So leather armor +1 is 12 armor class. This is now 13, so that's a straight bonus to 17 armor class now. And the last things are the boots of Elvenkind. This just gives me advantage on stealth checks. Doesn't really matter as much, but I will put them down here. And I'll take the Tidewalkers, which ignore difficult terrain, because that advantage on stealth checks is going to apply in my random encounters as well. So ignores difficult terrain. I think I would like that here. And I'll take the advantage in these. Put them here. So I think that's all I can do with the inventories. So we've taken our rest. Let's head out of here. And it does appear, knock on wood, that the mouse issue has been fixed. So like I say, I think I know what the issue is. It's the first time running into this issue, actually. But I guess I should pay more attention to it with today's modern keyboards and mice. So I'll see if I can get it permanently fixed and get rid of this kludge of cords sitting around me right now. So we're going to leave the area. We're actually going to save before we do. Let's leave the area. And now you can see that that did not go away. Now this is obviously bugged, but if you do want to get a bit of an advantage going into the Siklas Temple, you can leave here and come right back. Everybody, including Xenia, will have respawned, and they will all have their items again. So you'll be able to pick up another Viridescent Scimitar and another Studded Leather Armor +1. You can also use that to build up money. You can go do this over and over and over again and then go back and sell them somewhere around here. I'm not going to. I'm not going to exploit it that much. It's an obvious bug. Oh, and I forgot about this. This is the other reason that that you save after that, is that you now have a mandatory encounter that you're going to run into here that you can't get away from. And this encounter's harsh. So I rolled well, which is good, but crass and not. So you have an Etten here. 136 hit points. Okay. You can't put him to sleep or anything like that, and he's resistant to force damage. This is one of the few things that are resistant to force damage. So magic missile isn't going to be nearly as effective here. And he has 2 attacks per round, and he hits for like 25 damage per turn, or per hit. So it really sucks. And my problem is that I don't think I can get anywhere that has line of sight on him to start with. So I want to stay back here as much as I can. We'll ready that up. I'm trying to remember. He's got slashing damage, I think.
Marike, Abio. Clype.
Arcana, Evo.
Okay. Let's let him walk into this. And he didn't trigger any of the readied actions. No idea why that happens. Readied actions seem to be a little bit bugged out. Here. Like I say, not entirely sure why some of them trigger and some of them do not. But we're going to get stuck in here. Okay, and that's going to vex him, so I'm going to have advantage on my attacks. Okay. So let's see if I can get a spot that he doesn't have cover here. As I would like to try and land as many of these as I can. Okay, so I only got one. We'll move back. Okay, now there's a very real chance that Sathina dies here if he decides to go after her. But I want to try and get the additional damage in here. Okay, so we have resistance that she's concentrating on. So let's put up a divine shield as well. We'll put this on Sathina. And now M. So right now I've got 70%. Let's up that with advantage. Okay. And I would like to move somewhere where he doesn't have any cover. There we go. And then Rudi.
Arcana, Evo, Malmit!
Okay, got 2 hits.
Arcana, Necro!
Nope. Actually... try this.
Neoka, Necro, Malmis!
Okay. So now here come his attacks. Okay, so missed. And rolled a crit miss. Does that kick animation. Okay. So got pretty lucky there. Didn't do any damage, and I have advantage on these attacks now, so let's throw this. Okay. He's only got 19 hit points. I think I throw this even though he's resistant to it. Yep. I kind of expected there was going to be some payback there.
Marike, Evo, Valmis.
What is he down to? 9? Alright, so... Come on, M. One time. Perfect. So I got pretty lucky there with the misses, but he can one-shot any of your characters. And you're going to be able to pick up some items here. Okay, so we're going to start our rest. And we'll go ID some items. So the beautiful battle axe is a battle axe +1. The warhammer is a warhammer +1. And the exquisite ring is a ring of force resistance. I don't think that's going to come into play in this last set of encounters. But I am interested to go look and see. I mean, I will put it on somebody. Poison resistance and necrotic resistance I definitely will need. I mean, I might as well put it here. So what is the mastery here? It's topple and push. Okay. Because the mace +1 is 1d6. This is 1d8. So that'll be a straight upgrade for her. And the battle axe, I think it's much more important that I have Vex here to gain advantage on those attacks once I hit the first time, rather than being able to topple them or something like that. So I think that's how I'm going to keep it. Okay. So... Oh yeah, drop. We don't have to take a rest. We're going to have a long rest on the way down. But we are going to just save real quick. Don't want to have to repeat that fight if something goes wrong. Okay, so let's start making our way back to the Siklas Temple. Okay, do I have my weapon mastery? I do not. I need this to be the scimitar. Okay, and I'm pretty sure your weapon mastery is the rapier. It is. Okay, and I have the short bow, and I think I have the short bow. Yeah, I do. Okay, so here's the Siklas Temple. Now,
Do you think this is the right place?
There is no doubt. I can feel it. This is the heart of Kucheza. Wait. I sense... darkness. Dissonance. Disharmony.
Nothing delightful, then?
Undead. This place reeks of their corruption.
We'll take care of them.
We're here to find that book. There's no time for a crusade.
Okay, so we're going to drop a save in here. We're going to go into cautious mode. when we go in here. Now, there's a couple of different ways that we can progress. Okay, so we have another Arcana spell focus, which we don't need. Okay, and once we get into here, we're going to run into an encounter. I just want to make sure that I've explored everything out here. There's another harvestable. Again, this is really just showing y'all where they are.
Well, looks like we found those undead you sensed.
And an Etin. I didn't think we'd have to make a choice.
Choice? It's simple. We destroy the undead.
Better side with the skeletons for now. Take out the big guy first. Why not just take them all at once?
Those skeletons look like they're being controlled. They won't be waiting for us. Let's make a choice.
Okay, so here are your three options here. I'm going to side with the Etin. There's a reason for that. If you side with the Etin, you're going to get some help here in the initial fight. And then you're going to be able to still kill the Etin if you want later on. But doing so is also going to prevent you from getting some loot in here unless you kill him. Kill them all is exactly what it sounds like, except they won't be fighting each other. They'll all be fighting you, so you really don't want to do that. You want to pick one of these two options. I've not picked side with the skeletons. I'm assuming that you're going to keep getting attacked. But I haven't actually played it out. I'll play that out on my next playthrough. Here we're going to side with the Etin.
Rahak Garabak!
Speak tongue!
See, he's happy. Now let's smash those undead.
What did you say?
Okay. So now the Etin is an ally during this fight. So we kind of have to watch out for caltrops that are out here. And the skeleton knights are the dangerous ones. The skeleton crossbones can really hurt. And we're going to get some reinforcements that are going to drop in here. So I definitely want to get up here. I don't think any of my spells are going to be able to reach. Yeah, they won't. Okay, so M is definitely going to get up top here as well. I'd like to see what my covers are, so I'd like to be able to get a shot on the crossbones. Because I'm going to have sneak attack on this one since I'm still in hiding. That just leaves me with a skeleton, a couple of skeletons, and a skeleton knight. Yeah. But like I say, they're going to get reinforcements. So I'd prefer to... keep in a position that I'm ready to deal with those reinforcements. Okay, good. It gets them within range. Oh, nice. Max damage. Roll a 10 on a D10. Gotta love it. I could try and stop him. Once he gets up here, he's going to call for reinforcements. I could try and stop him, but there's no point. I'll let the reinforcements come in. Oh, I don't have any shots on the skeleton knight yet, so I think I'll just move up here and ready up an action. So it's not so nice being on the other end of that. Let's move here.
Marike, Evo, Valmis!
Again, I could take him out. Actually might want to do that for this one. I think he calls in a bunch of reinforcements, including some skeleton casters. But I'll show it to you. I'll let it happen.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
I do not want to move there. I hate that.
What are you doing?
Okay, so there's his reinforcements. You want to be careful around the caltrops. Not gonna use that. The skeleton crossbones have heavy crossbows, and they can shoot them from a long way away. Okay, I want to get them all grouped up as much as I can up here. Okay, so let's see how far I can reach these spells. I think this is probably a bug that you can cast Shatter this far. Should get me a kill there. Now I'm going to start maneuvering into position to be able to attack whoever's up there. Okay, so... You see how quickly we're clearing out the enemies up there? So we just have really the skeleton crossbones left and him. Okay, good. We got rid of the ranged attackers. That was exactly what I wanted to do. I knew that was there. The Edden doesn't care. Okay, so can I get in any position? I can here. See if I can get some radiant damage. Oh, just out of range. So let's get advantage. That will get a sneak attack. I don't think I have anything that's going to reach him.
Arcana Eva.
Wow, she hit with a 25% chance. And that ends that.
Take Bones down! Meet Sax next!
Wait, what? He's going to kill us? But we helped him!
Well, that's a bonus. He speaks common, now we can understand his death threats.
Wait!
Okay, so now we have a chance to go to work on him. Okay, so now we can try and persuade him.
Let us go in peace and we'll rid you of all the undead.
Not hungry. Bombs stealing treasure. Don't steal.
Okay, so that last part was important. Now, we did gain some reputation there. Now, what he said is that he made it very clear, don't steal. Okay? And we have some stuff in here that we could look around in. As soon as you do, the Etten is going to become hostile. Okay? So I'm going to disarm these caltrops. Okay, nothing I really want there.
Oh, someone needs to be better at hiding things.
Okay, so that jute bag is the main loot. I don't think there's really anything worthwhile in here, but let me go look. I'll save this, and I'll open it up. He'll go hostile, and then we'll reload it. Okay, because there's the buried chest. Yeah, see, it says start battle. So the rest of the stuff you can loot, but as soon as you take this, it's going to start a fight. Okay, so you get a piece of jewelry, an aether pearl, which will bring people back to life. So again, fairly decent, but again, not something that I'm going to worry about here for this fight. But I will end it just so I can show you what the amulet is. I want him to come to me. Okay.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
And this should end it. Okay. So again, we're not gonna take this. We'll take a short rest. We'll ID that amulet just so you can kind of see what it is. Okay, and it's the Brooch of the Fleet. Okay, so that gives you plus 1d4 to initiative. So it's pretty nice to add to somebody, especially somebody who doesn't have high dexterity, or somebody who doesn't, or you want to help guarantee that they get higher in initiative. Now again, our spell focuses are kind of locking up a couple of these. I have an acid damage amulet here, which I don't want to get rid of. I could get rid of the proficiency in intimidation and deception and put it here, but again, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to reload that game. Okay. So yeah, there's the
Someone needs to be
perception
better
check.
at hiding things.
Okay, we have some stuff we can harvest. We have, but like I say, it'll let you know if searching it is going to start a fight. Okay, so we have a short bow +1. Already got that. I don't think I have anybody else that needs it. I guess I could put it here. It is a simple weapon. Okay. I'm thinking about whether or not I want to change this Warhammer. Oof. I think I actually do. But not right now. I want to take this Warhammer and I want to put it here for now. I'm going to leave the Rapier +1 for this encounter, but for the second encounter, I'm probably going to change to the Warhammer +1. Vulnerability to bludgeoning damage, meaning double damage on bludgeoning damage, is a nice thing against skeleton undead. And the pouches are, again, nothing that's really serious, just regular stuff. If you're interested in, because this is, like I say, the last encounter in the game, so I'm not really interested in keeping all this stuff and selling it, because there's no point.
I hope this is the right place.
Why don't you want to tell us what it is you're looking for?
When we find it, you'll know.
Good arms you've got. I've seen Siklas cities before, but this is just... Oh, it's a shame, it's all in ruins.
Okay, so we need to explore the temple here. Okay, and we have some walls here, so I think this one's a history check.
Marike, Debo, Viribe!
Ah, now that is interesting.
What is it?
A fresco, showing how the Siklas once lived.
Of course. This is a place of study. That's why we came. If the history of the Siklas interests you, there's plenty here. But Aaron, forgive me. Right now, I need to find that book.
Okay. And then I believe... Who do we have on insight? +4, +5, +4. So I don't think it really matters.
Look
An
at
insight
that.
just, or guidance just wore off.
Arun, strike me. This is it. The hearth of Kucheza.
How can you tell?
Trust me, I can tell. I feel it.
Oh great, of course. If you can feel it, how could we doubt you?
Sorry to interrupt this happy chat, but look, over there. Are those Pavon?
Harpies. They're not quite as friendly.
True. I say we take a risk. Let's try talking to the Harpies.
Okay, so I'm going to not do that. The Harpies are not going to be happy with us one way or another. So I'm going to move everybody back here into this room. Okay, and I'm going to save here. Things can go really badly, really quickly.
Intruders! This is our nest!
Okay, so we have some options here on what we want to do.
Worry not, friend. We just want to rid this place of undead.
Undead master behind old doors!
No problem. We'll take care of them.
Also, we have a few questions. What can you tell us about the Undead Master?
Powerful undead sends bony ones searching.
Searching for what?
Bodies! Dead bodies!
Oh, wonderful. More skeletons.
Where is this master?
Behind stone door.
What is this place, anyway?
Siklas, watch sky. Make stone things long, long ago.
Watching the stars. Yes, that makes sense.
You going to tell us what this artifact that we're looking for is?
Patience. Our song will take us there.
You spoke of old doors.
Door closed by undead master. Other door broken.
That's going to be a problem.
Take this shiny. Go kill undead.
Ah, thanks.
Thanks. We won't bother you anymore.
You did well with the creature, without violence. It does you credit.
Okay, so we can certainly play. I hadn't played it out this way in my personal playthrough, but we received a star crystal, okay, from the Harpies. If you kill them, you get the star crystal as well, and you can see that there are various places to slot items around here. Okay, including up here. So we look at our quest objective. We need to just explore the temple here. And it teleported us all out here, so let's maneuver around and we'll get kind of a lay of the land here. So this is where we came, or this down here is where we came in. Okay. There is something down here.
Damn, that looks broken and way too heavy to move.
Perhaps. One thing is certain, we're not getting through. At least not for now.
Okay. So no way for us to go that way.
Gods, this place. Disharmony everywhere. It's terrifying.
Are you okay?
Just don't leave me alone.
Don't worry. I'm...
Okay, so we have a lockpick here. Okay, but we're missing a keystone. This lockpick is the same thing. You need a keystone to get in here. Same thing with this one. Okay. So here we have a door we can actually open. Okay, a healing potion. Okay, now this one I think is an investigation check.
Marike, Jeep, Viribe!
Interesting. This fresco looks like some kind of map or guide to the stars.
Ah, yes. The stars are the candles of the gods. Like us, the Siklas venerate the stars, and it is no idle superstition.
What do you mean?
Their positions in the heavens create constellations of power. Those constellations can be drawn upon to empower rituals.
Ah, is that why we're looking for this book? To find out how to access that power? How to read the constellations?
Forgive me. I wish I could share that treasure, but you will have to ask Tangri.
Look at this. I don't suppose you could tell us what this represents.
That knowledge is a treasure I cannot give freely.
You'll have to learn to trust us at some point, you know.
I am not easily swayed, but I like your tune.
Okay, so that's actually a clue for us about manipulating constellations, and we're going to kind of see how that plays out here in a second. So in here, we're just going to get some more treasure to loot, and one more. And here we get a keystone. Okay, and that is what was mentioned previously. That's going to give us access to these other rooms. Okay, now it says use key. Okay, we get another star crystal. And we have another wall here. And again, I think this is investigation.
Marike, Jibo!
Look at this. Are those Pavon?
The Siklas and Pabon have lived on Neokos far longer than us. Their history is deeply entwined.
Strange. These Pavon look like they're in cages.
We keep hearing that the Siklas are almost extinct, that the Pavon are trying to wipe them out. But this...
Dear Marike, look at this. The Siklas hunted the Pavon, like animals.
They kept them locked up, like birds in a cage.
A sure way to create an unending generational hatred.
Blessed Arun. This blood feud has raged for centuries. I pray I'm wrong, but how can this end without one side destroying the other?
That's a horrifying thought.
Indeed. And Shadwin's war may well decide this feud, with so many Siklas joining her.
Okay, so we're learning more about what's happened here, and the Siklas aren't as innocent as some may seem. So now we'll try here. Okay, and one more star crystal. Okay, so now we can head to the last door. And we have another wall here, and this one I think is a history check. Oh yeah, same person.
Marike, Debo, Viribe!
Is this a Siklas city? It's huge. How did I miss that?
You seem surprised. Such places exist all over Naples. Mostly overgrown or clad in Manacalon marble.
Well, it is impressive.
This very place is a testimony to their civilization.
So again, sorry about that. So again, it would be more lore there that you're going to get. You do get, if you click on all of the walls, you get an increase in rep with Kaum. So that's the real reason for doing it. And then here, we're going to pick up a scroll of blur, which is nice. Alright, and what we need to do is all the way over here. Okay, we need to get through this door.
Interesting. This door looks like it's working.
I think it used magic. When this was built, the Siklas were masters of the Aether Nexus.
I see no magic there.
Okay, so let's inspect this corpse. And you see we have a power stone. Power stone designed to power ... So now you can start looking at your environment.
That's a power stone. A magical source of mana used by Siklas devices.
So we need to light this up, and you can see there's a strip running down the floor that goes down here into this area. We have more strips here which are going through some things here, leading around. Same thing here. Those same things are down on the ground down here, leading around, leading up to here, and then back to here. Everything comes back to this spot. And
Aha! Great, we have power.
Great. But the mana isn't flowing to the rest of the room.
See those slots down there? They need star crystals to connect them all.
More Siklas stones. Fantastic.
okay. So the shape of it will kind of tell you which one to plug into where. And these are where the star crystals need to go.
These mechanisms look complicated. Do you understand how they work?
Okay, so now this lights up these pedestals. And you can see this one I'm standing on is lit up. When you move off of it, it disappears. Okay, and that will light up this section. And the last star will light up this section.
Now everything is lit up.
Good. But we still have to figure out how it all works.
I'll leave that in your capable hands.
I think we need to stand on these symbols to recreate the constellations.
Okay, and that's the clue. So now you can see that there are these light up symbols, and as you turn your camera as they face you, they will light up. And that's kind of the hint. There are 3 of them, and they all face up and down these pathways here. Okay? So if, for instance, we start here and we line ourselves up with this one, there are 3 dots here. There are 3 dots here on the floor. And as we line our camera up, you can see this star, and you see how it's brightly lit up when it's over that one. If we move it to that one, you see it doesn't light up. And if we move around behind it, we can't line it up with anything. So your camera's only going to be able to fit on at one spot. And what that tells you is that you need a character on this first dot on the ground here. So I need to figure out how I want to play this now. Okay, so I'm going to move Sathina there for the middle one. You can see that it lines up on the center dot. Okay, it doesn't line up on this one. And can't line it up that way, so I need a character positioned on the center dot. I'm going to move here. And then this last one, there are actually 2 stars here, and you can see you're lining up on these, the bottom and the top one. And now you need to be a little careful when you're maneuvering here, because for some reason I think if you step on the wrong one, it kind of resets it and you have to go do it again. So okay, and now the constellation disappears.
Than you look.
There is something else that we're going to be able to do with this a little bit later. But now this door is open. Okay, so looking out, you can see we've got a large area here that we haven't explored. Okay. We weren't able to get through this. It was broken. Okay, we have a mysterious chest here.
I was surprised you found a way to deal peacefully with those Harpies. They are dangerous, but still a part of the land.
We don't kill if we don't have to.
Good.
Okay, like I say, I didn't play it out this way in my personal playthrough, so it's good to see some of the new dialogue. Okay, so nothing really there. Okay, we have a stairway that goes up here that we probably can't get through. That's probably only accessible from the other side. Same thing with that chest. Okay. And I want to start thinking about how I want to play this out. I think I'm going to change how. And I'm going to take a short rest. Oh yeah, I can't. Okay, so the only thing I'm losing there is the push, right? Yeah, it's the push. I'm not too worried about it. I think I'll just leave it like that. Okay, another door there. And we're going to start getting these traps. Okay. I don't think I've ever run into a problem with the number of save files like there was in the last one, but maybe there is. Okay, maybe that was it. I'm gonna keep exploring way out in front here. With M. This is what rogues do. Okay, and now in here we find our first set of enemies. Okay, so we're gonna back off from that. Now you can leave these traps here if you want and draw all the enemies back and try and run them across the traps. They don't do a whole lot of damage, they do force damage. But it is more damage if you'd like to utilize it that way. And we get second group of enemies and some specters out here. Okay, and we have another door this way. I've never tried to sneak around there. That might be an interesting thing to try. Can I get around the skeleton caster? Ah, interesting. Okay, and this door is the back side of this room that we were in a little bit ago. So I rolled a wisdom check and I failed it. So yeah, there was probably a rune there somewhere. Okay. And here's this room I was talking about.
Look at the destruction. I wonder how many Siklas lived here.
So now
No
we can
idea.
open
This place
this
must have been
here.
huge.
Okay, and that should give everybody access to this other upper area. It does. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm going to try and disarm this. And lockpick it. And we get a scroll of shatter, which is really nice. But more importantly, it gives us access to this area back here. Just want to stay crouched, see if there's any more runes. I don't think there are. Because there's a long rest spot back here. Okay, nice. Can I rest here? I can. Good, because now I can reset my weapon mastery here from the rapier to the warhammer. Okay. And I'm fully rested up and I have access to this spot. Okay, because we are going to... If you've had a fight with the Harpies, especially, you want to make sure that you've come in here and gotten a long rest done. Because you're going to need
Look, corpse.
everything that you can get as far as action economy. So there's a dead man's letter here. So basically a group of people who came out here to do a little work for the beacon and kind of got hung up in this area. Okay, and we're going to utilize this doorway as our choke point here. So let's get this split up. So we'll be here, here, and M will be out here as well. Then our casters would like to get on the high ground, and the cleric will stay down here too for cure wounds. And let's take them and kind of move them so that they're not interfering with each other. Okay, so let's go in here with M, and we will start this off. So, skeleton casters here. There's the Spectre. I'd like to get here. Can I get a ranged attack there? No. Get one here. Yes. Okay, so let's drop a save, because this is about to trigger the world. Okay, now right now we've only triggered the people inside this room. But sometimes that will, when they start moving around, that will trigger the other group, the main group. And you need to kind of be prepared for that. So for Sharon, I think I'm just going to move her off to the side a little bit and set her up for a ranged attack. Rudi, let's move him here. Get set up for a ranged attack. We'll do the same thing here. Let's see if we can get a kill on the skeleton caster. Okay, so we didn't. Rolled really low on his damage roll. Rolled a 1. But the good thing with M is that he can retreat really fast. Perfect. Got the kill on the readied action. Okay. So the specters can travel through walls. Okay, they are not restricted by this opening here. So again, you need to be cognizant of that fact. Now, they are resistant to a bunch of stuff. Okay, so bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, thunder, poison, necrotic, fire, lightning, cold, acid. They are not immune to psychic damage. So if you can use psychic damage on them, use that. Otherwise, just get as much damage thrown out as you can. Okay. So they are not, they're not resistant to radiant damage either.
Marike, Evo, Malmis.
Still only rolled a 1. Okay, and we're going to change this to psychic damage. And a miss. Okay, so I would like to be able to get a shot here, but I can't. So he's the next one. Let's see if I can get... Okay. Left him with 1 hit point. He's going to pop around the corner and shoot. He's going to have 2 shots, I believe. Oh no, he's only got 1. Hey, that hurt. Okay, So who's next in the turn order? He is. Really don't want to use that though. I really want to conserve my action count. Well, I have a long rest spot behind me. So, yeah, normally when I did this on my personal one, I didn't have a long rest available to me. So, I probably should use everything I have here in this fight.
Evo! Malmis!
Arcana, Evo! Malmis!
Okay, got rid of 2 of them. Be nice if you'd hit something. Okay, good. Get advantage here. Well, offset the disadvantage. And got a kill. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Now, let's just end this. Okay. So good. We didn't trigger anybody else either. Let's go loot here real quick. And then we'll go take a long rest. Okay, and we have a disarm here. And a lockpick. Okay, another exquisite amulet. Okay, and I think that's it. Gonna lead us down here to a door leading into this area where we were. And we're gonna go that way, but not quite yet. Let's go take that long rest. We'll check on that amulet. And we have a poisonous amulet. So again, 1d4 poison damage per turn. And let's go back in here and get set up at this doorway again. Okay, so we'll put Jebfa up here. We'll put Rudi up here. Move everybody down here close to the door. And one thing that you don't want to do with specters is completely block up the doorway. For some reason, if they don't have a path to get past you, it will sometimes freeze from a pathing perspective, and the game will halt, and you'll have to reload a save. I don't know why that is. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. And then M is going to head out here. I want to put everybody in hiding. Forgot to do that. Okay. Okay, and now we're going to save again, because this is going to trigger the rest of the people in here. Okay, so we have Skeleton, Skeleton Knight, Skeleton Knight, Skeleton Crossbones, Skeleton Caster, and we have the Wraith Soulcaller. He's the undead that's controlling all of this stuff in here. He's the one that we need to go after. Okay, but what we want to do is... I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Oh, we need to move out of the way here. Let's actually see if we can get an ambush on the Skeleton Crossbones when it comes back. He would be somebody I'd like to eliminate. I don't think the caster patrols. That would definitely be somebody I'd like to eliminate. But I don't want to move all the way into this room to be able to get into a position to try and get a shot on him. So let's see if we can take out the Crossbones. He would be a very useful one to eliminate. So we'll wait for his patrol to bring him back. He's right here. There he comes. So he's gonna walk up here and around, I think. Oh no, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay, so again, rolled very well, starting off with an ambush. Let's see if we can get a kill on the Crossbones here. It didn't give me sneak attack for some reason. I don't know why. But we're going to bonus action dash. Get back as far as we can. We don't need to do anything yet. They have a long way to go to get to us. Oh, come on. Okay, so can I see him? I can. To get a decent shot, I'd have to use steady aim, which is going to completely remove my movement. I might actually be able to do that. I don't think anybody's really close to me. And I missed. I shouldn't be able to move here. I don't know why I'm able to. That's probably a bug. And he shouldn't have line of sight. Summoning some reinforcements. Okay, so... Okay, so we're gonna make sure everybody's set up. So she is... Now I need to also look and see where this other attack is coming from. Okay, so it's coming from here. So the question will be, do they come in through here into my bottleneck, or do they continue down the corridor and come at me from the flank? We'll have to see what happens. We need to move Rudi up here. I don't think anybody's going to get close enough for this, but we'll start readying them up. Okay, so he ran into a trap. Okay, now if I do have any attacks, it's going to be with disadvantage. And I don't think I'm going to be able to offset this. So... Okay, good. We did get a kill there. Let's just get out of sight. Oh, I apologize, Zenikazi. I didn't see your comment. I was too busy focused on the game. I apologize about that. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you tuning in. It is similar in that it is a D&D based game. It is based on the 2024 5e rule set from D&D. And so there will be some similarities in gameplay, spells, that sort of stuff. Also some differences. This is probably a lot more faithful to the rule set than some other things are. But yeah, basically another type of Baldur's Gate 3 game. Okay, and again, let's just pop back out of sight here. If I can. I have a little bit of wiggle room here now, because I want to be able to try and get a shot on the caster if I can. And again, I don't think any of these are going to be triggering. Okay, so that one did trigger, and I got a kill out of it. Okay, let's see if we can get a shot. That way he'd have cover there. He does not have cover here. And I missed. So let's start making my way back. Again, none of these are definitely going to trigger, but we'll ready these up. And it looks like they're going to be flanking me. So, interesting. You look at the map. They're going to be flanking me here. So, this ought to be fun. I knew that was coming. But I am resistant to force damage because of the ring. Might as well try and get a shot. Okay. And we'll move back here and start getting ready for the main set of attacks here. Okay, so now the Wraith Caller is pretty close, or the Soulcaller is pretty close. So let's start readying up some actions here. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, so here's the flank. Looks like it's a caster, a couple of crossbones, and a knight. Okay, so should get sneak attack damage here. Okay. And I think I'm going to start moving toward this. Okay, so we've got a skeleton knight. Let's see. They both saved. It's unfortunate. Okay, good. So, got that radiant damage out there. Let's see if we can get rid of this caster here. Perfect. And I don't think I'm going to be able to...
Arcana Evo!
Psychic is fine.
Malmis!
Oh, look at that. That was beautiful. So now the caster's gone over here. All I'm left is 2 skeleton knights. I can probably take Sathina and have her come back and help cover this flank.
Marike Evo Valmis!
Rolled a 19 on his dexterity save. Oh, Rudi, that's funny. Yeah, you got a great hit and a great damage roll. So well done. I think I'm gonna hold this attack. I think I'm gonna ready this up. Okay, so let's do this. He's vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, so he receives double damage. Ouch.
Stay with us.
He's gonna probably get a shot. Yep. Skeleton caster probably will not this round. Okay. But maybe I can get a kill on him. Here. I doubt this is probably going to have disadvantage. No, it doesn't. Okay. I didn't think that was going to get a kill. But I'd prefer... Yeah, let's move back out of the way one. Let's see if we can get a kill on the caster here. Let's move out one. We'll throw 2 there. And 2 at the crossbones. Okay, good. And then we'll move back. Rudi. Move out 1. And again, try and get rid of the crossbones.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
Okay, good. I would like this other one to pop in here before I start throwing some other things. So I'll hold that action. Let's move up here. Try and get a holy conduit. Okay, nice. Here come... The flanks are taking their time to get here, so I'm going to try and concentrate here a little bit. Might as well use it. And
Better luck next time.
He might have a shot. Yep. Oh no, he was dashing. Okay, so... Boy. I think I want to bring him... That's the one that's at 19. Okay. Let's see if we can get a shot here. Perfect. Okay, so we have another crossbones back here. If I get high rolls here, I can actually get a kill. Nice. So now it's just the skeleton knight down here. And he's got a ways to go to get to me, so let's try and focus what we've got down here now. Wow, she just can't hit a thing. So I think we're going to get a guaranteed kill here.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
And yeah, let's go ahead.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
And get the shooting stars out.
Marike Evo Malvis!
Nice, failed the saving throw. Now I need my paladin to hit here. I need to get a hit. And he rolls a 1. Jeez, rolled a 23. Okay, so I think it's time to start dealing out damage here. So let's stay as far back as we can. That's going to be disadvantage there. That's a kill. Now we can start bringing everybody back up here. Out of range, so let's just ready that up.
Arcana Evo
Get some
Malmis!
guaranteed damage. He's gonna dash. And got hindered, so his movement was reduced. Okay, so let's get advantage here. See if we can get some sneak attack. Nice. Only hit with one. Let's get in here. She hasn't hit anybody.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
Okay.
Marike, a big.
Okay. Give me one more miss. Okay, good deal. Oh, I'll take that. Oh, and you're going to decide to hit with the opportunity attack. All right. That's going to update the quest, The Narrow Path. And the Hearth of Kitcheza now, and that's going to complete it. Yeah. Now the Hearth, we just need to search the place for the artifact. So let's kind of go up here and pick everything up. And again, there's nothing that I'm going to be able to do after this, so I'm not really interested in looting every pouch, especially the ones that flanked us and all that sort of stuff. But you would normally do that, go through here and loot everything. So here's some plate armor. There's also some Argad Noble clothes. Okay, the Argad Noble clothes give you their clothes, you're unarmored, but they give you a 14 armor class bonus. And they give you a +2 bonus because they allow up to +2 bonus for your dexterity. So Rudi's armor class right now is 12. It goes to 16 straight up. So a really nice set of clothing there. Let's get into the chest here. That failed. Okay, and there's a book. Okay, just valuable book. Can't do anything with it. Got another chest over here. Okay, and he failed the poison needle perception check. So, yeah, he's gonna take some damage. Okay, and here is another power stone. That's the mysterious artifact you need, and there's a wand.
Another power stone.
Maybe it'll fit the slot we found.
Think it'll open another door?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so let's take a short rest. We'll identify that wand. It's a wand of magic missiles. Okay. So, wand of magic missiles, it has one charge, or for one charge you can cast magic missile, and it has 7 charges. Okay. So, you can drop that in your offhand. And now you have access to many more magic missile charges than you would normally have. Now, those do not regenerate. So once you use the 7 charges, you're done. Okay, another book. Okay. Just looking around. Okay, so this one up here. Okay. Well, I think... Oh, there's one more here. No, that's the one that we just did. Oh no, there's one here. And another book. So, now that we've cleaned this all out, we're gonna head back here and do another long rest. And we're gonna go a little long today just so we can finish things up, because we're not that too far from the end of early access here, so we may as well just finish it off. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the rapier for Vex, and I'm going to change that out. Okay. Okay, and now let's get everybody moving again, and we're going to head back out to the main entrance where we came in. Oh, and I missed this corpse. Because there's something else now that we need to do with that power stone.
I'm so tired.
And we have an exquisite amulet here. So again, we'll ID that. It's a fire amulet, which gives you 1d4 fire damage in melee per turn. I need to clear out some of these items. Okay, so we have some damage amulets here, which normally I would put here if we didn't need the divine spell focus. So I'm hoping at some point in the game you're able to change your spell focuses and that sort of stuff. So yes, we're gonna head out here. Head back out here where we were. Okay, because that power stone. Can now be used again.
I'm sure I can figure it out.
And now the code has changed. So if we look at this side, now most of these are going to be from behind. So you can see this one has to be in the middle. Okay, so we need somebody in the middle over here. Okay, and now this one again has two. And you see they light up at the bottom too. Okay, and then this one, you see, lights up at the bottom one, so. And again, I'm avoiding stepping on these. Okay, and that opens a secret room back here. And you don't want to loot these. Well, you can. It will start a battle with the Harpies if you loot their nests, and I think there are two of them. I think there's another nest over here. Yeah. So if you loot their nests, it's going to start a fight. And this is going to have the Tome of Stars.
I guess this is it.
Garud's beard. The tome. It really exists.
Looks like the amberlith we found on the bandits.
Oh, it's so much more than just a map. Its contents are priceless.
You look stunned. Is it really that important?
You have no idea. All the sacrifices made to get us here. To know it wasn't a fool's errand.
So what is it?
The Tome of Stars. It contains the long-lost secrets of the Aether Nexus.
What does that have to do with stars?
Where do I start? Once Tangri gets this, he might be able to explain.
Well, that's better than nothing, I suppose.
Okay, so let's just move that on to somebody else here real quick. Okay. And now if we look at our quest log, you can see that the Hearth of Kacheza says we need to bring the Tome of Stars back to Tangri. It said you brought it back to Tangri. I think that's a mistake. I think we need to bring it back to Tangri, but let's head back out of here. And let's see if there is a fast travel. There is. And remember, we took a long rest.
I can't stop thinking about Jade.
There was nothing you could...
And you need to make sure you take a long rest before you leave here. And I'm going to drop another save. Okay, because as soon as you leave, you're going to be dropped into this encounter. Okay, now I think this is a set encounter that always happens the first time you leave. Okay, so we're gonna rest here. Okay, but you can see that while you're resting, you're gonna get ambushed. And if you haven't had a rest already, this thing can be bugged out and you won't get a rest here. Your rest will be interrupted. Sometimes I've done it twice. One time I didn't get a rest, and the second time I did, so I always make sure I rest before I go into this. Because it's not an easy fight. Your companions are gone. They have left. Take the Tome of Stars back to Tangri. And we have terror birds. Now, terror birds hit hard, and they attack multiple times per round. We have a scout. We have a hunter who we definitely want to get rid of because he can attack twice per round with his ranged attack. We have a beastmaster who, again, we want to get rid of. He can actually summon sand lions. So this is not an easy fight at all. And because of that, I'm going to try and start making my way out of here. I'm going to try and make my way back here, if I can. Beastmaster's going to have 2 ranged attacks. Okay, so I want to dash. Okay, now with M I can actually deal a little damage here. Because I can bonus action dash. And then let's get back here. Okay, so for me, I think I definitely want to let's see, what damage do they do? Can't remember. I think it's, can't remember. Let's get Divine Shield up. Get 1 extra hit point. Great, thanks. You see, he has a poison longbow. Okay, so let's... I'd prefer to get rid of him. Or is a little iffy, so I think I'll drop 2 there. The hunter's not sensed, so we'll drop the rest on the Beastmaster. Okay, so he's dead. So we'll move back out of the way here. Okay, so for M, I'm going to be fighting back here if I can. So, I see him, I can. Try and get steady aim up. Good. Okay, and again, I don't think I'm supposed to be able to move there, but I'm going to do it. Now I'm going to move here. I think. Or am I? No. I think I'm going to ready up an attack here. And try and keep drawing them in. Yeah, I knew one was going to flank around. There was no way around that. Hopefully he comes directly in. He did. So that's piercing damage. Okay, so let's cast resistance. Do piercing damage. And we'll cast Healing Word. We'll move her out of the way. So now everybody's going after my Paladin. And it's all piercing damage. Okay, so let's throw out a shatter. Start getting damage on the terror birds.
Arcana Evo Malmis.
Okay. This one's going to keep coming around, but I think I have a couple of turns before he gets there. Okay, so let's get sneak attack here. Okay. Alright, good. Perfect. Now this one should come in here. This one's going to keep flanking around. I'm going to send M to deal with him. Okay, miss. Oh, crit. Okay, so we definitely need to get Cure Wounds on that. Actually, let's upcast that. Okay, and actually, yeah, we're gonna send M back there to deal with that. Okay, it would be nice if I could get a shatter on both of them. Okay.
Arcana Evo Malmis.
Alright. Let's get M back here. Okay. Okay. Miss. And a miss. Nice. Okay. Nice. And another one. Good. Okay. Let's throw out...
Marike, Evo! Malmis!
Okay. Oh, he left him with 1 hit point. Let's see how much damage he does. Oh, jeez.
Arcana, Evo, Almis! No quarter given.
Okay, so I should get sneak attack here. That'll get me a kill. Let's get up here. Try and kill the Beastmaster. Alright. So if that Terror Bird gets a hit, I'm gonna probably have an issue here. Yep.
We leave no one behind.
Okay. So I probably don't want to bring him up. He's just going to go down again, probably. But let's spare the dying.
Necro, Clype!
Okay, so he's incapacitated. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to need to bring him up.
Marike, Abio, Pure!
But he might go down again, and there he goes. Okay, so we didn't, he was resistant to piercing damage, so he only took 2 damage, so still alive.
Arcana, Evo,
It would be nice if he would fail this.
Encho, Minure!
Of course, he passed it. Yep. Let's get out here. Get a kill. And let's get M running. And now you see there are some reinforcements. Okay, so now we've got a pretty big problem. Because we have 5 terror birds coming in. And we still have the hunter out here.
Marike, Evo, Malmis!
Yeah, jeez.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis!
Okay, so I can dash to here. Okay, didn't get a kill. Okay, there's a very low percentage chance here. And I did hit it. What do you know?
Ah, mother's little orphans. You finally found your way around Neokos.
And that is the end of early access. So, a great character entrance there. I love that entrance. But again, that's Deorcus. We saw her during the fight with Shadwin a little bit earlier at the Sentinel. And this would be a point where I guess we have another interaction with her and find out kind of a little more about what's happening in the main quest line. But again, that is the end of early access. It's given us an idea about what the game's going to be about. They do encourage your feedback. They have an official Discord server that you can join, and you can offer up comments. You can put in bug reports and all that sort of stuff about the game. So I encourage everybody to go do that. They're going to be doing a couple more updates here to early access, that at least I know that they've mentioned on the Discord as we move along here. But that really is the end of this particular playthrough. Now what we're going to do is next week we're going to start another playthrough, and we're going to add in the two characters that or two classes that we don't have showcased here. And that means we're going to see the fighter and the wizard make their appearances. We will probably still have a rogue and a cleric. We'll just swap out our paladin and our sorcerer for the wizard and the fighter. And we'll have a new character build, and we will start another playthrough. So the only option here is to return to the main menu, and that will bring us to an end of things. So as I always say, thank you all for your support. Every time that y'all show up for a playthrough, it's very, very much appreciated. We're going to continue these playthroughs here for a little bit, and hopefully there will be a couple of more updates while we're doing them. Each one takes the 6-week mark, so to speak, to go through a playthrough, which equates to 18, 19 hours for me. I tend to be a little more completionist. You can complete the whole early access in 3 hours or something, or 4 hours, something like that. I tend to be a little bit more completionist in how I go about it, so there won't be any end soon to these playthroughs. We have, like I say, at least another 6 weeks. Hopefully we'll have another character class introduced into EA and we can do another playthrough after that, but we'll kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. So, as I said, thank you all for being here. We will continue this next week, and your support is invaluable to me and to the channel, because as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. So this is Commander Jorball saying, until next time, fare thee well.